This is Indiana High School Baseball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5-Star. The KVB pregame show with Mitch Columbi is next.
It's going back, and it's going to be a home run.
Five-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Big time
That's the
hit,
game.
and that's going to be a walk-off RBI single. Swung on, chopper to third. Here comes the go-ahead run. It's over the head of the center fielder, and it's a home run.
Oh, my
three-run homer.
Welcome to the KVB pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
The new era continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. This afternoon, the Culver Cavaliers Baseball Club host Hoosier North Athletic Conference foe, the Knox Redskins. This is Indiana High School Baseball. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play on the diamond is our sports analyst, Nathan Borriger. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. And we welcome you to Cavalier Field in Culver, Indiana, 46511. We are back for more as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. Man, as we get ready for our third baseball broadcast of this week and of the 2024 spring sports season, we have talked with both head coaches of the Culver Cavaliers, Shane Lowry, and the Knox Redskins, Dustin Waters, on the Saturday Sports Line, of course. But when we look at the away team in today's contest, Knox Redskin manager Dustin Waters enters his first official season managing these Redskins. They started their 2024 campaign against Couts and fell 9-5. Then they fell to their cross-county rival, the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays, 6-5 this past Monday in Game 1. And then in Game 2, we saw them fall to the Jays again, 11-7 on Tuesday. They took on Washington Township this past Wednesday and fell 8-7. Right before we went live, the Redskins beat the Cavs for Game 1 of this doubleheader 15-0. The Redskins come into this matchup at 1-4 on the year and 1-2 in Hoosier North Athletic Conference play. When it comes to hitting, Justin Downs leads this team with a 1.00 batting average up to this point. Right behind him is Raymond Boyd hitting right at a 500, and then rounding out the top three is Keegan Everidge averaging a 333 at the plate. As a whole, this team has a 207 batting average. They have 6 hits, 4 runs, and 2 RBIs on the year. Looking at the pitching for the Redskins, they have used 2 different arms through what Max Prep says the 7 innings pitched. It also says they have an ERA rating of 3.00 and that they have allowed 9 hits, 9 runs, and have struck out their opponents 4 times. I have a feeling it's much more than that. With us this afternoon, breaking things down and analyzing play on the diamond, we are honored to have Nathan Orger back as our sports analyst today. Man, that was a long week for me. Nathan, how about you?
You know, it actually wasn't too bad. I got to call a game with you, did a couple of Lady Jays softball games, the PA. Took yesterday off to spend some time up in South Bend, so I'm actually I am feeling ready to go for this second game of this doubleheader today. Looking forward to seeing if Cavaliers can straighten things out a little bit after that first game and give it right back to Knox.
Yeah, you know, and one thing we need to make mention is the Culver Cavaliers are without their seniors today. They are in Florida on their senior trip. So, you know, down some guys, but we talked with head coach Shane Lowry. You'll hear that in the KVB Coaches Corner. He says no excuses. We've got to step up and play better here in this second game. But hey, you know, it is just another game, and we've got to look forward is kind of what Shane was telling them. But we move forward and talk about these Culver Cavs as we turn the page. Skipper Shane Lowry took over as the man in charge in the offseason. They started their 2024 campaign at home against Tri-Township and fell short 6-1. They followed that up with a win over their cross-county rival Argus 4-3. This past Monday and Tuesday, they took on another one of their cross-county rivals in the LaVille Lancers and lost Game 1 11-1 and Game 2 13-0. This past Wednesday, they took on Marquette Catholic and ended up tying 4-4 due to running out of daylight. As we said a moment ago, the Cavs lost their first game of today to the Redskins 15-0 as the Cavs come into this matchup at 1-4-1 on the year and 0-3 in HNAC play. When it comes to hitting, Reese Harrell leads this team with a 308 batting average up to this point. Right behind him is Drake Zorich hitting right at 300, and then rounding out the top three is Jonas McEwen averaging a 273 at the plate. As a whole, this team has a 167 batting average. They have 18 hits, 10 runs, and 7 RBIs on the year. Looking at the pitching for the Cavs, they have used 5 different arms through the 30 innings pitched. They have an ERA rating of 5.13. They have allowed 34 hits, 37 runs, and have struck out their opponents 45 times. It is going to be a tough matchup for these Culver Cavs today. Man, you're out without your seniors. I know Coach Lowry says that's no excuse, but that's a good chunk of their lineup.
You're right, and you know where he's coming from saying that's no excuse, and honestly, it means that some of these younger kids, they need to think of it less as a hindrance and more as an opportunity for some of them to show that they are leaders on this team, and that when these seniors are gone, the continuity will be there and next year will be strong.
Well, we are expecting a great afternoon of IHSAA Hoosier North Athletic Conference baseball action as we appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back. Stay tuned as we will hear from Shane Lowry of the Cavs and Dustin Waters of the Skins after the break in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
All right, I'm here with head coach of the Knox Redskins, Dustin Waters. Took care of business in Game 1 today, 15-0. Coach, feeling pretty good about your guys today?
Yeah, I mean, we came out and played well. We just got to clean up some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything in particular that you're telling the guys to focus on here for Game 2? I know Culver's without their seniors today, but that doesn't mean take any days off here. You got to get the work in. What are you telling them?
We just got to hit more baseballs hard. Like, we're leaving some fly balls up that should be caught, but we've really got to focus on hitting baseballs hard.
Message to Redskin Nation who may be listening.
We're in the win column, so that's a good thing.
Pulaski Memorial Hockey.
Appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
I'm here with head coach of the Culver Cavs, Shane Lowry. Tough way to start the day. I know you're without your seniors today, Coach, but what's the message to the boys right now as you get ready for Game 2?
Message is that this is a conference game. Doesn't matter who's out on the field. You got to give your max effort, make routine plays, take good ABs. Next play mentality on any mistakes that are going to happen in the game of baseball. Just there's no excuses. These guys are out on the field. We practiced. We prepared them for this. Everybody has to perform. You're on a varsity baseball field, so do your best.
We're in the middle of the doubleheader here. What's the message to start the second game, just to get out to a good start?
Yeah, same thing. Same thing that I just told you. Make the routine plays and back up your pitcher. Hunter Albert came in, did a great job throwing strikes. Ball was hit 2 people in places. I mean, there were 3 innings there where a couple pitches here and there, and they don't score as many runs. So I mean, it's just be ready. Understand the situations. Play baseball. You just have to do the little things and keep yourself in the game there. And I think this type of a lineup, we gave a few runs that first inning, and the ball found people that have experience, and they're going to gain experience. So.
Message to Cav Nation who may be listening.
Cav Nation's nice day. Come on out.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Good luck.
You're welcome.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From Culver, Indiana, welcome to game number 5 of our 2024 spring sports broadcast season. To see the Culver Cavaliers host the Knox Redskins in Game 2 of their doubleheader this afternoon. Hello again, everybody. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in this area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter, at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the public address announcer today at Cavalier Field is our old friend Mike Zahner, of course the athletic director here at Culver. Our umpires for this afternoon are Jeremy Belko and Doug Hogger. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. with us this afternoon. We are honored to have sports analyst Nathan Orger along for the call. And like I said, I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School baseball from Culver, Indiana. Today's first pitch will be brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. Hey, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting is going to historic Wrigley Field to catch the Chicago Cubs take on the Cincinnati Reds Sunday, June 2nd. Hop on a chartered bus at KVB headquarters and be chauffeured all the way to the friendly confines. Enjoy all you can eat, yes, all you can eat and drink as we hang out on the historic rooftops. Call 574-772-6241 during regular business hours to save your seat and join Kankakee Valley Broadcasting for Sunday Fun Day. Well, we have the starting lineups for the Culver Cavaliers and the Knox Redskins. Up to bat first for the Redskins, we will see Miles McLaughlin leading off, then Rowan Jordan, the second baseman. Miles will be in center field. Nolan Short is the number 3 hitter. He is first base. The third baseman, Justin Downs, is the cleanup hitter. Logan Taylor is the shortstop. He will be batting 5th. Raymond Boyd will be on the mound as he gets the call for the Redskins. He's batting 6th. Jaden Strong in right field. He is at the 7 slot. At the 8 slot is Easton Minix as the designated hitter. And at the bottom of the lineup, we will see in left field Keegan Everidge in the 9 slot. In the field for the Culver Cavaliers, in left field, we see Owen Tanner. In right field, we will see Blake Milam. In center field, we will see Adam Peterson. In the infield, Drake Zorich is at third base. Kyler Uyghur at second base. Caleb McEwen at first. The shortstop is Jonas McEwen. Behind home plate is Hunter Albert as the catcher. And on the mound, getting the call for the Cavs in Game 2 today is Cam Whitworth. So that's our starting lineup as we're standing by for Game 2. We originally thought we would be going live right now, but Game 1 kind of ended a little sooner than they had anticipated. It ended in 5 innings due to the 10-run rule. The Knox Redskins ended up winning Game 1 15-0. But we're making it happen. Fastest pregame I've ever done, but we made it happen just in time. And it looks like from Al Breifogel in the Winnemac Warriors game, they take Game 1. I forget who they're playing today, unfortunately, but the score was 5-2. Let me check my text messages to see exactly what he said. Yeah, Triton. They're taking on Triton. We talked to Mark Hendricks this morning. I should have known that. There's so much going on in my head today, Nathan. It's just kind of flying by the seat of my pants right now.
It's a busy day for baseball, Mitch. You just mentioned that trip to the Cubs game, just like we're seeing today. Cubs are doing a doubleheader today as well.
Well, it'll be exciting to see. The Cubs, yeah. Who are they playing?
They're playing the Marlins, and they got a doubleheader because they got rained out.
You got to eat it. So they're going through the starting lineups for Game 2 here. Beautiful day, but a little chilly here this afternoon.
It wouldn't have stopped Ernie Banks from playing too.
Yeah, just right at 47, 48 degrees here in Culver, Indiana. As they go through the starting lineups, we remind you every morning, join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. You can catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, a powerful broadcasting company. We're not just WKVI, we're also Max 98.3. That's WYMR. We're your Max Radio. Between both stations, we cover this spot of northern Indiana very, very well, and we are honored to do so. We talk a little bit about keys to the game here. If you're the Culver Cavs, you kind of mentioned in our social media post. Just kind of tell our listeners, in case they didn't see that, if you're a Culver Cav, what's a key to the game here in Game 2?
You just took a little bit of a bruising in Game 1, even though you've had a pretty decent record so far. You're missing your seniors. You kind of wipe the slate clean. And if I'm on that dugout, on that bench, I am encouraging my underclassmen to look at this as an opportunity to show that they are the next generation of leaders.
Sure.
Both when it comes to stats and psychological, guiding this team. This is a chance for them to step up.
Well, now flip sides, you just heard from head coach Dustin Waters in the KVB coaches corner. He said, hey, we got our first win of the season under our belt. We got it taken care of. What do you do to continue that here in game 2?
You don't let it go to your head. You don't assume just because the first game was such a walk in the park by the end that you can do it all over again. You expect that the Cavaliers are going to come out looking for blood, and you put everything into it like you did the first game.
Well, we're about to be set here. The Cavs are in the very cool black and white pinstripe jerseys. I've said this before in other sports, but man, they really do a good job on the unis in all sports. I really love the look for the Cavs today. And then the Redskins are in red jerseys with gray pants, and it looks like they've got a little blue trim going on there, just like the Knox Lady Redskins softball team. Don't see the Redskins really have blue in their color scheme in football or basketball, but in the spring we see it for baseball and softball. The Redskins are in gray flat bills.
And I learned only recently that even though, as you know, red or blue isn't as prominent, it is part of their color scheme because the current colors go back to the 1940s, I think it was late 40s, not long after World War II, the Center Township High School burned to the ground, and so there was this unexpected consolidation of Knox and Center Township. It probably eventually would have happened within 20 years, but it came without any planning, and they meshed the colors. I don't know which color was which exactly, but they took the Knox colors, the Center Township colors, and came up with a new color palette.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember blue in the football uniforms, so I am corrected there by saying that. But a very interesting little side note there. I did not know that.
Also, speaking of uniforms, so the Cavaliers, the name Cavalier, I don't know if you're much of a history buff, especially random English history. The Cavaliers, that was the name that was given to the supporters of the Royalists, King Charles I and Charles II during the period of the English Civil War. And it eventually had sort of connotation for how foppishly well-dressed some of their leaders were. And so we shouldn't be surprised that the Cavaliers continue on the tradition of really sparkling in these uniforms. Hey, man, you said you wanted trivia. Here's some trivia for you.
I love the trivia. Well, and they do. They look they're very fancy, the pinstripes. I always think to the movie Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio. You remember he says, you know why the Yankees always win, Frank? I don't know, because they're good? No, because the other team can't keep their eyes off the pinstripes.
It's a good line.
So we're going to see step into the batter's box first for the Culver Cavs. Number 24, shortstop Jonas McEwen. McEwen comes into today batting a .077 average on the year. And on the mound is number 3 for the Knox Redskins, Ray Boyd. We had a chance to see Xavier Boyd on the mound this past Tuesday. Now we will see Ray as he delivers the first pitch. Swung on, popped up high. Back to left field. The shortstop may make a play. No, it's going to bounce between the shortstop and the left fielder. So getting on base off the first pitch here in Game 2 is Jonas McEwen for a single. That's the kind of start the Cavs need here.
Let's put it into play and keep up the momentum.
Now we see Cam Whitworth. He'll be on the mound in the bottom of this inning. He steps into the batter's box. Boyd checks the runner at 1. He's safe. He's going to deliver the first pitch here. First pitch to Whitworth is a called strike. He lets it go by. Beautiful day here in Culver. 44 degrees. A little chilly, but we're making it happen. The 0-1. Chopper foul. Makes it 0-2, and now Whitworth is going to have to dig in here. Checks the runner at 1. He's safe again. Ray Boyd, a junior on this Knox Redskin team. Just an all-around athlete. The 0-2. Outside, gets past Kane Weber, the catcher, and advancing to 2 is Jonas McEwen. So now a runner in scoring position to start the first inning of Game 2 of this doubleheader here.
Well, as much work as he put into trying to keep him at first base, he might have benefited from focusing a little more on the batter. It's tough to get yourself – it's easy to get yourself sort of mentally wrapped up in one thing and not focus where you need to be. But he rebounded with that one.
The 0-2 was swung on and missed by Whitworth. He goes down swinging for out number 1. So 1 on, 1 out. It's in scoring position. And now we see the number 3 hitter, Hunter Albert, as the catcher in the bottom half of this inning. He steps into the box. First pitch swings and misses. He definitely wanted it.
I'd say the Hunter is on the prowl with this at bat.
Albert coming into today a 143 batting average. A freshman on this team, and he is a big freshman. Look how tall he is out there. Nice big body. Next pitch called ball outside, evening it up at 1-1 here. Swings and misses for strike 2. Albert was on the mound for the Cavs in game 1. The 1-2. Low ball for Ray Boyd. He tried to dot that lower right-hand corner. Was a little disappointed in himself for not getting it. It evens it up at 2-2 here. 1 out. Top of the first. He delivers. Albert is going to get a piece of it. It fouls up over our heads and out of play. Boyd takes the sign from Weber. He deals. Nice hit through the gap between third and shortstop. This is going to advance Jonas McEwen to 3, and now runners on the corners as Hunter Albert gets a single and advances Jonas McEwen 90 feet away from scoring the first run of this game 2 here. So now here is Jonas's twin brother, Caleb McEwen. We know these guys from last year. They love baseball, but not only that, they're very good athletes. For Culver, as the first pitch, he swings. I don't know if he got a piece of it or.
He tipped it. I couldn't tell if that was off of Weber's helmet or the umpires, but that ball hit a couple of things before it landed on the ground.
0-1 the count for Ray Boyd to Caleb McEwen. There goes Albert to 2. Kane Weber cuts him off and throws it. Now here comes the runner at 3, and he is going to score. That's Jonas McEwen. I think they are calling Albert safe at 2, so they didn't get the out. Kane Weber got it to his shortstop at 2. That was Logan Taylor trying to make the tag, but no. And in that moment, Jonas McEwen makes a smart play and says, I'm going to get a run on the board here. Next pitch outside gets past Kane Weber. This advances Hunter Albert to 3, and now the Cavs are in business. Another run just 90 feet away. It gets past the pitcher now as Weber throws it back to Boyd, but Albert is going to stay put at 3 here. So the Cavs have an opportunity to really strike. They weren't able to bring a run across in the first game. Now here they are, top of the first of game 2. They've already got one on and one 90 feet away.
It's amazing what 25-minute break can do to change your mentality, huh?
The 1-2 from Boyd. Big hit down the left field line, and it goes foul. Caleb McEwen. You could hear it. Sounded clean, but he just pulled it a little left. Now the count's 1-2 from Boyd. Swings on an inside pitch, popped up high. Ray Boyd is going to track it down and get the out for out number 2 to retire Caleb McEwen. Little duel there between Ray Boyd and Caleb McEwen might be something to look at here at his next plate appearance. As now we see the number 5 hitter, Drake Zorich. He will step up to the plate. Zorich, also a freshman on this team. A lot of guys getting time today.
Like I said, Mitch, this is a chance for some of these younger kids to step up and shine, show that they are ready to be leaders on this team and to take Culver to the next level over the next couple of years.
Swings and misses on the second pitch, and now he's behind the count 0-2 with 2 outs, 1 on third here in the top of the first. Boyd delivers the 0-2. outside. Tried to get him to chase. Good eye there by Zorich. Zorich also a tall freshman. Look how tall he is out there next to the head umpire. And Kane Weber, he's no short guy either. Swing and miss, strike 3 as Zorich goes down swinging. That is out number 3, but the Cavs are able to bring 1 run across. We're going to take a break and come back. Bottom of the first action is coming your way. The Knox Redskins are up the bat. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
This afternoon's broadcast is brought to you by Nebco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. We go to the bottom of the first. Mitch Columbia along with Nathan Orger. We're so glad you joined us from beautiful Culver, Indiana. It's 1-0. The Cavs lead. Well, a very good first inning for the Cavs at the plate.
Yeah, they were putting the ball in play. Kudos to Knox. They got a little sloppy at first, but they managed to hold Culver to 1 run, and I got a feeling this game is going to be a little more competitive than Game 1, and then we'll have a fighting chance on both sides.
Well, I'd say after going through what they went through in Game 1, they definitely wanted to show a little fight here. They don't want to just fold. I mean, that's just Cav Nation for you. They've got the athletes. They know what to do. It just didn't go their way in Game 1. We kind of experienced that on Monday between the Tri-Township Tigers and South Central.
That was a tough one to watch. Sometimes a talented team that just struggles to put all the pieces together in the right place, in the right order. And we saw that with Tri-Township, and looks like we might have seen that with the first Culver game today, but a new first inning is a new game, is a new chance, and we'll see how Culver supports the pitcher here coming in to the bottom of the first.
Well, and adding on with Tri-Township, while they did take that tough loss to South Central last night, they beat Westville 14-0, first time in 6 years.
I saw that, actually. That is quite the turnaround.
So, I mean, they've got the team, they've got the guys. It just shows you, like you said it yourself midway through that game, sometimes baseball goes that way. It's just not your day. It doesn't matter how good you may be. It just doesn't go your way sometimes.
Yep, and it just takes a couple of days to turn things around.
Well, leading off for the Knox Redskins is Miles McLaughlin, the center fielder. Of course, we know him from football and basketball season, a 3-sport athlete, quite the athlete for the Knox Redskins. And on the mound for the Culver Cavaliers is Cam Whitworth.
Many years ago, I think I umpired a game or two Miles played in the youth league, but I hate to say it, I still associate him more with his family and the family tradition of donut making than anything else, which might explain a few things about my physique, Mitch.
I didn't know they were in the donut. They made.
He is a finger hut.
No kidding.
Yep, his mom's mom was born a finger hut.
I did not know that. Well, now I know who to ask to get hooked up on some pastries. That sounds like a plan here. Well, they're warming up on the mound a little bit. It is a little chilly. You see all the players have long sleeves. Very interesting. You start the baseball season in hoodies. You end it in shorts and T-shirts. It's just
You're right. It is a wild season. I remember when I played high school ball. By the end of the season, we had a couple of guys practicing in T-shirts, cutoffs, maybe even no shirts at all. A lot of them got sick from sun exposure from that, but that's how the season goes. It starts off, like you said, seen some of these softball games, the girls in jackets, and by the end, it's a totally different climate.
Well, here comes Cam Whitworth to face Miles McLaughlin for the first time in Game 2 here. First time today. Oh, and one gets away from him. He beans Miles McLaughlin right in the center of his back, and he's going to have to take his base. Just slipped out of his fingers, I think, a little bit there. So first pitch thrown here in the bottom of the first gives Miles McLaughlin his base. Just like the top of the first, where Jonas McEwen got on base by getting a hit, this time Miles McLaughlin on the bottom of the first, he gets hit, and there he goes to take two, sliding in, and he is safe. That's right there why he's the leadoff man.
Yeah, if I had half a second more to open my mouth, I was going to tell you he was going to steal on that. He was giving off that vibe right away.
And he's going to get a big lead here on third as Whitworth checks on him. He deals the 1-0. Outside, ball 2. This is Rowan Jordan up to bat, second baseman. Jordan, a senior on this team. Know him in football, was the quarterback. Also, big-time player for the basketball team at Knox. Looking at a 1-1 as Whitworth will step off the mound, checking on Miles. Miles is not afraid, though. He didn't even go back to the bag.
Now, I imagine by the end of the season, McLaughlin will have a few miles on the bases.
No pun intended. Inside.
Oh, I assure you it was, my friend.
I played this morning on the Saturday Sports Line your highlight when you said Noah Kneifel knifes one. That was a great moment this morning. And Billy Bird gives it the bird. That was awesome. 2-1 from Whitworth to Jordan. Swung on, popped up high, back to center field. Hat comes flying off, and the center fielder makes the play. Beautiful job by Adam Peterson for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. So now we see Nolan Short step into the box, the first baseman. Had a really good game this past Tuesday, although the Knox Redskins fell short against their cross-county historic rival, the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays. Nolan Short is one of those athletes on this team you can tell is going to be a main piece to this puzzle. Inside on the hand, Short wanted it though, swings and misses for strike 1.
I think he was trying to take that one over to the backyard of the Methodist church there across the street.
Were you a Methodist?
I am not, but that is a Methodist church.
Inside, low ball. Score update from the Winnemac Warriors doubleheader against Triton. The Warriors win 5-2 in Game 1. Addison Allen pitched 6 innings, and Max Gerhardt cleaned up in the 7th. Mark Hendrick should be very happy with that performance. Is back in our game, the 1-1 from Whitworth. Low and outside for another ball. Good eye there by Short. Whitworth, very patient, really takes his time, checks the runner, but then doesn't go right away. He really kind of makes the batter think twice of when he's coming with it.
You know, I appreciate a pitcher who takes his time, but under Rob Manfred's rule in the major leagues, he might have been sent to prison by now for delaying the game too much.
Well, you know, it is interesting when you watch MLB now with the pitch clock, and they'll wait till the very last second to throw. They really want to take as much time as they can.
You got to be methodical as a pitcher, and you got to find that rhythm and do it at your own time.
Well, I forget who we were talking to a few weeks ago, but they said it's only a matter of time before IHSAA considers a pitch clock in high school. We'll see here. The 2-2. Whitworth throws back to 2. They tag Miles McLaughlin. The ball gets through, though, and he's going to advance to 3. So they tried to tag him, missed the glove of the second baseman, Kyler Weeger. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It just missed the glove of Weeger. And that allows Miles McLaughlin to advance to third. So the tying run 90 feet away, the 2-2 from Whitworth. Oh, man, you could hear that one as it hits Rowan Jordan. He took it. He didn't move out of the way. He wanted to get his base, and he does. And there he is getting a high five from the first base coach. Rubs a little dirt on it. Now we have runners on the corners for the Knox Redskins. So that's the second beaned player, unfortunately, that Cam Whitworth has gotten here in the bottom of the first. Remember, it's a little chilly out here. It takes a little time to warm up here. First pitch from Whitworth up top, as we see now. This is number 30, Justin Downs, the cleanup hitter, third baseman for this afternoon. Here in Game 2, looking at a 1-0 from Whitworth. Popped up high. And it will be foul ball. I don't think Hunter Albert thought it was going to stay in play. Of course, the sun is out bright right now. It'd be really hard to see it.
Yeah, that sun is pretty brutal for how little heat it's bringing us this afternoon.
2 on, 1 out, bottom of the first, 1 in scoring position. The Redskins trail 1-0. Whitworth deals, swings and misses. Good cut by Downs, but Whitworth had the heat. Now he's ahead in the count, 1-2. Right where you want to be here. The 1-2. Inside, Downs had to duck out of the way there. Evens it up at 2-2 now. Two from Whitworth.
There goes the runner on first.
Popped up high and foul, out of play this time.
And Short will head back to first base.
Yeah, they sent Short right as the pitch was thrown. Trying to get 2 in scoring position here. 2-2 from Whitworth.
There he goes again.
There goes Short inside. They throw down to 3 to check on Miles because they allow Short to get to 2. So now 2 in scoring position for the Redskins, and Downs is looking at a full count.
Full count, 2 men in scoring position. These are the sort of situations that every batter kind of lives for, you know. How much you can change the momentum with one swing of the bat. Doesn't even need to be over the fence. Just put it in a gap somewhere.
He does get it on the ground. It's gloved by the shortstop. Throws over to first. Too far away from first base for McEwen to make a play.
That was a pretty impressive part, though, on Jonas McEwen's effort to get that ball over to his brother in time.
And that is enough time to bring Miles McLaughlin across. So the tying run does, as it's now 1-1 here in the bottom of the first, and another run is on third, that being Nolan Short for the Redskins. We now see number 24, Logan Taylor for the Redskins, step into the box. Whitworth delivers, and he is going to hit Logan Taylor on the left shoulder. So now the bases are loaded here.
That's enough beans for a soup this afternoon. 3 in 1 inning.
Well, he's trying to get warmed up here. It's definitely not intentional. He's trying to place his pitches right where he wants it. It just has been getting away from him here in the early going. Like we said, it's just 44 degrees here in Culver, a little chilly. Trying to get that arm warmed up and going, as there's a strike called, swing and a miss by Ray Boyd. He's going to step back in here looking at an 0-1. This time inside for ball 1. The 1-1 from Cam Whitworth. Foul tip by Boyd. Had a piece of it. A little disappointed he didn't get more of it. He wants something to happen here. You got the bases loaded. This is an opportunity with only 1 out to at least bring 1 run across, maybe 2 if you get a real big piece of it.
Anytime the pitcher can step up and help himself out is a good way to keep his own head in the game. So let's see if he can make something happen.
Bases loaded, bottom of the first, 1 out. 1-2 the count to Ray Boyd. Whitworth kicks and deals. Ooh. Gets past the catcher. This is going to advance Nolan Short home, and the the other runners to third and second. So now the go-ahead run has crossed. The Redskins take the lead here in the bottom of the first, 2-1, with 2 in scoring position and only 1 out now. These are the moments where you just can't hang your head. You've just got to stay positive.
Yep, it is too early in the game to lose your composure.
Popped up high, back to right center field. It drops in front of the center fielder, and this is going to bring Justin Downs home and advance the runner on second to third. That was Logan Taylor. So now runners in the corners and an RBI single.
Now batting number 1, Jaden Strong.
For Ray Boyd. He does get on base, and now we see Jaden Strong. Strong, a senior on this team, had one of the most spectacular interceptions back in the fall on the football team as he hits one right to Jonas McEwen at shortstop. Jonas throws over to first, but it's not in time. He's safe. Logan Taylor advances to home plate. He gets the run across. Then they throw down to third, gets past the third baseman, and now coming across and scoring for the Redskins is Ray Boyd. It's now 4-1. The Redskins lead. There have just been some errors here the Cavs have dealt with in the bottom of the first, and now here comes manager Shane Lowry to have a chat with the infield here.
You know, Mitch, I know these are high school kids, and I don't want to hurt on them too hard, but after McEwen bobbled that ball at short, launching it to first base was just a mental lapse that really shouldn't have happened.
He should have known he was a little late on that one.
And then when his brother tried to launch it back over to third, I think that Culver is really starting to get into a rut mentally already.
Yeah.
They need to
take a deep breath.
It's a good thing coaches called this huddle at the mound. They really just need to focus. There is no reason that last run should have scored.
Yeah, I think Coach Lowry's kind of seeing the same things you're seeing is, hey, guys, just take a deep breath here. Just calm down. It's okay. Everything's fine. Always like these mound visits. We've talked with coaches. It's more positive than anything. Most of the coaches that I've talked to say they never, ever take that moment to chew anybody out. It's mainly just rally the troops, be positive, keep things rolling along. You're only down 3 runs. 3 runs is very, very possible. You've already gotten 1 in the top of the first, so you've proven that you can make it happen. It's just defensively making more sound decisions, kind of like you're talking about.
Yep.
As Lowry is going to leave Whitworth on the mound here. And we are going to get back to play. We will see now Easton Minix, the designated hitter, step into the batter's box.
Now batting number 20, Easton Minix.
Easton, remember him from the football season? Real tall kid, very athletic as he steps into the box. First pitch from Whitworth. Breaking ball dots the lower right-hand corner. Nice spot there for Whitworth as now he's ahead in the count, 0-1. Still have a runner on third. He delivers. Swing and miss by Easton Minix for strike 2, and now Whitworth, something to build off of here, hopefully. The 0-2. And he is going to, unfortunately, hit Easton Minix. So Easton will take his base. Yeah.
Now batting number 10.
Or is it 5? So now we see Keegan Everidge, the number 9 slot, step in. Everidge, the left fielder for the Knox Redskins today. 5-1 the score as the next offered pitch is a ball outside from Whitworth. Runners on the corners. He delivers the 1-0. Swung on, popped up high. Fielded by Caleb McEwen at first. And that is out number 2, keeping the runners at bay in the corners. And now we go back to the top of the batting order. It's Miles McLaughlin for his second plate appearance in this inning. A lot of opportunities today. Ooh, inside on McLaughlin. He ducks out of the way. I think he's a little frustrated. He doesn't want to get hit twice here.
No, once is enough in a whole game, let alone the same inning, but Whitworth is just really struggling.
Swung on, and it gets past the third baseman. It'll advance the runner at 3 home. That is number 1, Jaden Strong, to score. Now here comes Easton Minix to 3, and Miles McLaughlin will stand in for an RBI double. Six to 1 now is the score as the Knox Redskins lead the Culver Cavaliers.
Rowan Jordan coming for second at bat of the inning. He flew out to right field for the first out of the inning.
Next pitch, fouled off down the left field line. Oh-1 for Whitworth to Rowan Jordan. 2 in scoring position. Ball outside. One the count. Jordan staying patient. Whitworth deals. Swung on, popped up high, back to the right field. And it misses the glove. It will be another run scored. Easton Minix comes home, and now Miles McLaughlin comes home. So 7-1's the score. A 2 RBI double for Rowan Jordan.
Apparently Jordan likes right field.
Is that where he hit his first at bat?
Yes, it is.
Now batting number 4, Nolan Short.
Nolan Short will step up for his second plate appearance this afternoon. First pitch offered, a ball up top.
And he took a hit by pitch and a free base his first time at the plate.
The 1-0 from Whitworth.
That one right about into our press box if it weren't for this handy little fence in front of us.
Well, it can't go without saying the beautiful new press box here at Culver.
It is really, really nice, Mitch. I am a big fan of what Culver has done with this facility.
Did you ever do a ball game at the old press box?
I did not.
Has a special place in my heart. It was one of the first baseball games I ever broadcasted with Harold Welter back in 2014. So I got to do a few games last year. But, man, this is so nice, the space that we have here in the press box. The 1-0 gets away from Whitworth up top, and Short will take it for ball. The 2-2 from Whitworth to Short. And it will be caught by the diving third baseman. It was popped up into the infield. Drake Zorich makes a beautiful play for out number 3, but the Redskins are able to bring 8 runs across. They lead 8-1 as we go to the top of the second. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. We go to the second inning. The Redskins had their way in the bottom of the first. 8 runs crossed. It's 8-1. The Cavs will be up to bat. We will see the 6, 7, and 8 hitter, Kyler Weegar, the second baseman, will be up first. But the Redskins got the bats going in that inning, Nathan.
Yeah, they really, really did. You can't. It's not just that you can't hit that many batters because the number of free bases you're giving, but you can't hit that many and not really start getting stuck in your own head and dwelling on your mistakes instead of trying to make up for them. So let's hope that this inning of offense gives Whitworth the chance to regroup and gives the Cavaliers the chance to put a few back on the run on the board in response.
Ray Boyd still on the mound for the Redskins, gets right to work on Weegar. First 2 pitches are strikes, so now Weegar behind in the count, the 0-2, and Ray Boyd delivers strike 3 and out number 1. I'm telling you, literally, Kane Weber threw it right back to Ray Boyd, and he's already getting ready to throw it.
It is interesting to see the different paces on the mound between our pitchers today.
Owen Tanner steps into the batter's box, swings and misses for strike 1. Tanner comes into today not having hit. Well, he may have in game 1, but before game 1 hasn't hit yet, and there his first hit is a out in right field by the right fielder for the Knox Redskins, Jaden Strong, and that's out number 2 here in the top of the second. We now see the designated hitter, Matt Baker. He'll step into the batter's box. First pitch from Boyd finds the zone for strike 1. Boyd is coming into his own here.
He really is. He has fully taken command of this game.
Next pitch offered outside, trying to get Baker to chase. The 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Boyd delivers. Foul tip. Evens it up at 2-2 here. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894. Ask for Howard or Dean. We certainly thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. The 2-2 from Boyd. Low, ball 3, and now full count here. Great patience by the designated hitter, Matt Baker here. Next pitch misses inside, and he will walk Baker, and he will take his base.
Certainly hope I didn't jinx Ray Boyd by commenting on how he's taking control of the game.
Oh, man. So now stepping up, the number 9 hitter, Adam Peterson. Center fielder, first plate appearance of this afternoon. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Baker, who is just up to bat, a sophomore. Next pitch to Peterson inside for ball 1. Peterson, a sophomore as well. A sophomore as well. Next pitch swings and misses for strike 2. And kind of like you talked about, this is a big moment for these freshmen and sophomores to get varsity action. Next pitch offered, a chopper to third. mishandled by the third baseman. He throws over to first, but it's not in time. It gets past the first baseman. Matt Baker has decided he's going to third, and he will be tagged. So that is out number 3. They had Baker at 2, and when they threw to first, they thought they would have enough time, but no, the Redskins track it down for out number 3. Runners left stranded as it's still 8-1. We pause, come back, bottom of the second. Coming your way, you're listening to KVB's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
We are sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong Air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. We go to the bottom of this, what are we in?
We're going into the bottom of the second. No, it's confusing with the doubleheader. We've got the visiting team actually playing the role of home in this game.
Yeah, I'm just beside. We're just trying to piece it together here. You're right.
Don't worry. Anytime I'm around, things are bound to fall apart.
Yeah, the Cavs were up to bat first. So that means we are in the bottom of the second
and it
here.
Looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound.
Yeah, this is a McEwen for sure. Yeah, this is Caleb McEwen. So now he will be moved into the pitching position, and at first base, it looks like that's number 24, his brother Jonas McEwen. It looks like the shortstop will now become number 20. Oh, man, that is hard to read from here.
It's 21, Whitworth. So Whitworth moves from the mound to shortstop. 24, Jonas McEwen moves from shortstop to first base, and first baseman Caleb McEwen takes the rubber.
And now we're going to see the 4, 5, and 6 hitter for the Knox Redskins. Justin Downs up to the plate, swings and misses for strike 1. Eight to 1's the score. The Redskins lead here in the bottom of the second as McEwen will deliver the 0-1. Just misses low.
So the short line on Whitworth, 40 pitches in 1 inning, 8 runs scored on him. Had a little bit of rough defense behind him in addition to a couple of clean hits he gave up.
Strike 2 called. As this will be the 6th inning that Caleb McEwen has pitched this season, or at least I know of. I don't know if he pitched in the first game. As the next pitch gets by catcher Hunter Albert, making it 2-2 here. McEwen comes into today with an 8.17 ERA, 0-2 on the season. He delivers the 2-2, popped up high, foul out of play. He is making Downs work for it here. The 2-2. Back to center field, a big hit. And it'll fall right between the shortstop and center fielder. What do you call that, a duck snort?
That was a nice little duck snort, yes, sir.
Little blooper right into center field, and that gets Justin Downs on base for a single. Now we're going to see Logan Taylor come in here. It also looks like manager Shane Lowry has called a timeout. He wants to have a chat with his third baseman. just understanding some information here. Shane Lowry, of course, loves baseball. We had a chance to talk to him on the Saturday Sports Line a couple of weeks ago when they faced the Tri-Township Tigers. Loves baseball, was really happy to be back, a part of the program. Has been at Culver for many years.
I don't know how anyone couldn't love baseball, Mitch.
Ball is outside on Logan Taylor. We were talking about that this morning on the Saturday Sports Line. The game within the game within the game. That's why a lot of guys, we talk to these coaches, they love it. They're counting the pitches. Okay, let's pull him now. We need to save him for Thursday. We're playing this team. We need to have him on the mound and ready by then. They're thinking of things that are ahead. It's just really amazing when you think about what the coaches and the players are constantly thinking about in terms of the season. It's not just about today. It's about what do we need to prepare for the next game.
Yep. Every sport has its challenges, things that make it hard for the players mentally and physically, but just the sheer number of games you see in baseball over the same week, with the particular stress you see on one position, the pitcher, compared to everybody else, it really does sort of lend credence to the idea that baseball is the thinking person's game.
That's exactly what they said
strategy,
this morning.
that planning out as you're talking about the making sure your pitcher has enough rest that he's ready for the next. And that one gets by the first baseman, and Downs will take a little jog to second base.
Yeah, McEwen was checking on Downs at first. He throws over to his brother, Jonas, and it just gets past the glove. So that advances Downs to 2. But that's exactly what head coach David Allen was saying this morning on the Saturday Sports Line of the West Central baseball program. He said this is a thinking man's game. Swings and misses. Logan Taylor has now that is 2 strikes and 2 balls, even count here. The 2-2. Swung on. Back to left field. It'll hit into the gap. This is going to bring Downs home.
And he takes a tumble turning first base, and what could have been a triple is going to be limited to a double.
Wow. Still very impressive. An RBI double for Logan Taylor. Slipped there as he was turning for 2.
Now batting number 3, Raymond Boyd.
And now we're going to see the number 6 hitter, Ray Boyd, step into the batter's box. This is his second plate appearance?
This is his second plate appearance. He singled to right field in the first.
Boyd talking with catcher Hunter Albert. Something was said, and Ray just smiled from ear to ear. I always like when, these two teams know each other. Strike called. But the camaraderie, we saw a little bit of that last night. Maggie Smith, the shortstop for Winnemac, talking with one of the Knox Redskin players when they got to second base. Just in our area, you can tell these kids know each other. As here's a popped-up foul out of play.
It's always fun in Major League Baseball to see the tensions flow a little. Bench clearing brawl.
Yeah.
But at this age, it's reassuring that the kids are able to laugh with each other more than they are to charge at each other.
The 0-2 from McEwen misses outside. That's kind of what head coach Mark Hendricks told us from Winnemac this morning. He said, if the kids aren't having fun, then we're not going to be a very good baseball team. He said it's all about having fun.
And unfortunately, there's even something of a little bit of a chicken egg thing there. If they're not having fun, they're not playing good ball, and
they're not winning.
If they're not winning, they're not having as much fun. And so, again, that thinking person saying, baseball is so easy to get into your own head, and your whole team to do that. McEwen misses outside on that one.
Yeah, it evens it up now, 2-2 to Ray Boyd. He has a runner in scoring position. It's Logan Taylor on 2. Next pitch, swung on, popped up foul out of play to down the right field line. Boyd, a junior on this Knox Redskin team, also does shortstop duties. We saw that on Tuesday. The 2-2. Outside ball called. I don't know if Ray is related to Xavier Boyd, the sophomore, but one of our main sponsors, Jim Collins of Collins Insurance, told me Xavier Boyd is his great nephew. I would assume if they are brothers, that would be the same case for our very own Jim Collins, as the next pitch offered to Ray Boyd is outside, ball 4, and he will walk Ray, and now we will see Jaden Strong step into the box.
Strong scored last inning after getting on base on a mishandled ball to the shortstop.
Ooh, it hits the glove right as he pitches to catcher Hunter Albert, and right when it hit the glove, it popped out, and Logan Taylor, along with Ray Boyd, saw it immediately and took their base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Redskins. They lead 9-1 here. McEwen, the 1-0. He's going to step off the bump. Next pitch offered, a strike called from McEwen. Evens it up at 1-1. Next pitch popped up foul, out of play, down the right field line. Checks the runner at 3. Logan Taylor, he slides in, he's safe, he calls timeout. Bottom of the second here. 2 on, nobody out. 9-1, the Redskins lead. The 1-2. Strike called, and that's strike 3 as Strong goes down looking. And that was a fastball if I've ever seen one.
Or heard one, honestly.
You could tell he gave everything he had on that pitch, as now we will see Easton Minix up to bat for the second time today. 1 out now, bottom of the second. Next pitch is low.
Minix enjoyed a free pass in the first inning. Came around to score after Rowan Jordan took one to right field that was dropped.
Next pitch up top, making it ball 2 here as we thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. The 2-0 up top for ball 3. Next pitch inside, called strike, and he gets one on the board, so now 3-1's the count. And the next pitch is a ball inside, and that will be bases loaded for the Knox Redskins.
Everidge popped out to the first baseman in the first. And he takes a strike at the first pitch from McEwen.
Next pitch popped up high. Infield, it will be played by the pitcher, Caleb McEwen, in relief for Cam Whitworth, as that is out number 2 here. And now We go back to the top of the batting order yet again to see Miles McLaughlin. He's got the bases loaded this time up the bat. This time facing Caleb McEwen for the first time this afternoon.
He has doubled and been hit by a pitch thus far this afternoon.
First pitch offered low, ball called.
That double was to left field.
The 1-0 gets past Albert. This advances Logan Taylor home, also to third. And then Easton Minix takes two, so now 2 runners in scoring position. The Redskins are able to bring another run across. It is 10-1 now. They are in the lead. The 1-0. McLaughlin swings on it, pops up high, foul over our heads, out of play. 1-1 now for him. 2 outs, 2 on, bottom of the second. Cavs in a fight right now. McEwen, the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Ball 3, excuse me. So here's the 3-1 from McEwen. Deep hit back to left field. It's over the head of the left fielder. It'll bring both runners home. And Miles is turning for 3. Oh my goodness. He is going to slide in. And it gets past the third baseman. He gets a 2 RBI triple on that play. My goodness, Miles McLaughlin.
He got just about as much of that as he could have, I think, and sped around that diamond.
He takes the helmet off, brushes the dust off his face and hair. Man, he gave all he could to turn 3. He brings 2 runs home, and now it's 11-1. We'll catch up with Al Breifogel, who's on location for the Winnemac Warriors in their doubleheader against Triton here in just a few moments when we get ready to go to the top of the third, so stand by for that. As there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, we now see in the batter's box
Xavier Boyd.
Ball up top, outside. Low, gets past Albert. This is going to bring the runner at third, Miles McLaughlin, home, and he scores. It's now 12-1, and it's really getting away from the Cavs here. I don't think Albert thought he dropped it. I think he looked at his glove and realized it wasn't there. And by that time, McLaughlin was already on his way. The 2-0. Outside. With situations like these, you just got to stay positive. You're a young team, learning, able to play at varsity level. As he ends up walking Xavier Boyd. It looks like we're going to see several new hitters for the Knox Redskins. This is now number 25, Owen Jesuit.
25 is Aiden Schieber, I think, or Schieber.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
23.
Aiden Schieber steps in, swings and misses for strike 1. Several substitutes on this Knox Redskin team, hoping to get some action. McEwen staring down, throws the 0-1. Strike called, upper left-hand corner. Nice placement there. And now he's ahead of the count, 0-2. Next pitch is low. 1-2 now, the count. And the third and final pitch is a called strike for out number 3, as that is the bottom of the second. The Redskins bring several runs across. 12-1 is the score. My goodness, this game has been the Knox Redskins game thus far. The Cavs have got a lot of work to do. But we'll see what happens, as now we have an opportunity to catch up with our other sports analyst, special guest Al Breyfogle, who's on location for the Winamac Warriors. They are in a doubleheader against Triton. They won Game 1. How are they doing in Game 2, Al?
We're in the top of the fourth, leading 1-0. Game 1, Addison Allen just pitched an amazing game. He pitched 6 solid innings. Max Gearhart came in to finish up in the 7th. So we're in Game 2 right now, 4th inning. Warriors up 1-0, playing. They continue to play the good defense. I mean, they've really turned their defense around, Mitch, and that's made a huge difference in the games.
Hey, Al, Nathan Orger here. Glad to be on the radio sharing some time with you, and really glad to get that update from you, my friend.
Thanks, man. It's just it's a great time. It's just a beautiful, sunny, warm spring day.
It's a beautiful day for baseball.
So
I got like 4 layers on. If I fall, somebody's have to pick me up.
Well, I can only imagine, Al, that head coach Mark Hendricks is probably pretty proud of his boys' performance in Game 1. We talked to him this morning on the Saturday Sports Line. He seemed to be in really good spirits.
Yeah, he was, and he was very happy. You know, the kids between games, he's right. This is one of the loosest high school teams I've ever seen, and I know Mark, and I know his discipline in sports, you know, so they have to do a lot to keep him calm and be loose as they are, because these guys are about loosey-goosey as I've ever seen. I'm telling you, they're fun to watch and they're fun to listen to. You know.
Well, keep us up to date on the Warriors, Al. We've got a tough one right now. The Redskins are leading the Cavs 12-1 as we go to the top of the third. We'll catch up with you in a bit.
It looks like you're going to have a short game again, buddy.
Well, we'll catch up with you. I appreciate you, Al.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, that is Al Breyfogle on location at the Winamac Warriors baseball game.
Looks we got a new pitcher in for Knox.
Yeah, number 23.
And this is Owen Jesuit taking the mound.
So here's Owen Jesuit. He'll take the mound to face number 24, Jonas McEwen.
Looks like we might have a
first pitch offered. McEwen pops it up high to center field, and it'll be gloved by the Knox center fielder, Miles McLaughlin. So he is getting a lot of action today.
Now batting number 21.
Looks like we have a new catcher in the game, too. It looks like Carter Jordan has replaced Kane Weber behind the plate.
Swings and misses inside. Next pitch called strike. Now fouled off to the left. The 0-2 from Jesuit. Inside on the hands as he swings, gets a piece of it. The 0-2. Outside ball called. Now 1-2 the count here. Jesuit seeing if he'll chase. Swung on right to third. Picked
Downs.
up. Overthrown to number 25.
Looks like Schieber stayed in the game.
Yeah, Schieber's at first now. So several subs in for the Knox Redskins as they will get on base.
Now batting number 13, Hunter Albert.
So now we see Hunter Albert. He'll step into the batter's box. Takes the first pitch. I didn't quite see what was called there.
I believe that was a ball.
So 1-0 the count as Albert will step back in here.
I believe Xavier Boyd stayed in the game at second base as well, it looks like.
And McEwen is going to steal second. Weber tried to get it there, but not in time. And now McEwen stands up with dust all over his jersey, making Mom's job that much harder.
It's Whitworth who just stole that base, sir.
Oh, Cam, thank you. So Cam Whitworth is who stole the base, not McEwen, my apologies. And the next pitch is fouled up, out of play. So Albert will come back here looking at a 2-1 count. Got a little duel here between him and Owen Jesuit. One in scoring position for the Cavs, one out, top of the third. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Strike two, evens it up at 2-2. The Redskins are still in the lead, 12-1, but the Cavs are trying to fight here. The 2-2 from Jesuit. Foul tip hits the fence in front of us. The 2-2. Swings and misses, strike three, and that is out number two as Albert will go down swinging. We will see Caleb McEwen now step into the batter's box.
Caleb McEwen.
Ball up top. Next pitch, outside, swings and misses. Caleb McEwen now looking at a 1-1. There goes Whitworth to take three, popped up high, back to center field, and Miles McLaughlin will make it happen. That is the top of the third. We're going to take a break and come back. Bottom of the third action is coming your way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Mark told me they're hiring. Get your applications ready and turned in for consideration at Mark's Body Shop in Knox. We go to the bottom of the third. The Knox Redskins in control, 12-1 here. Mitch Columbia along with Nathan Orger. We're so glad you've joined us here on Saturday afternoon. Indiana High School baseball on KVB's WKVI. Well, it's just not been the Cavs' day, Nathan. Started in Game 1 and carried over into Game 2. We thought the way they started at the top of the first maybe get the mojo going, but the Knox Redskins just haven't let up on them at all today.
No, Mitch, they really haven't. I mentioned it last inning, those several batters who got free passes with the hit-by pitches really sort of sunk the Cavs, I think. You're giving that many free bases. You're putting the potential scoring runs on base, and you are just really sinking yourself mentally, and Knox is just really taking advantage of it.
No, absolutely, and why wouldn't they? They came into today before Game 1 not having won a game. Now they finally get the first win of the year. They're a little hungry for that. They want more. They want more.
They are.
So we go to the bottom of the third where we will see the Knox Redskins up to bat. McEwen is still on the mound in relief for Whitworth. We also want to give a big shout out to Joe Day, as he is the scoreboard operator here at Culver High School. Also, Mike Zahner doing a fantastic job as the public address announcer. Warmed up those vocal cords we know from football season when we've had him on in the past. Always has the best nicknames. Mike always has the best nicknames. I remember he called Lucas Oil Stadium the Oil Can. I'll never forget that. An opportunity to go to the Oil Can. But now here we are for baseball. Back in action. We will see for the Knox Redskins. It looks like this is number 15.
It's going to be Colton Everidge stepping in for Justin Downs.
So Everidge will step into the box. 13-1 is the score. Not 12-1, my apologies. It's 13-1. And Everidge will step into the box. Beautiful day here in Culver, 45 degrees. Sunny, clear skies. As the first pitch offered from McEwen is inside. A little chin music for Everidge. Next pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Strike 1. I'm going to figure this out one day or another, Nathan, I swear. Of course, they don't know at home. Next pitch offers a ball outside, making it 2-1 now.
That's the beauty of the radio broadcast. We can make anything up we want, and they have no idea.
You don't even know if I'm in Culver or not. Next one, just outside for ball 3. We could be broadcasting in Indianapolis.
At the Oil Can.
At the Oil Can. Next pitch called strike. Full count now to Everidge. Anything close, he's going to have to go as McEwen will deal. Way outside, and Everidge will take his base. As McEwen ends up walking Everidge here in the bottom of the 3rd. So now we see stepping up to the box. It's number 24, Logan Taylor.
Looks like one of the starters who has kept his place in the lineup for the Redskins so far.
Next pitch popped up foul over our heads. Strike 1. Score update from our very own Harold Welter. The Knox Lady Redskins fall to North Newton in the first game of their doubleheader, 5-1. Back in our game, 0-1 the count. McEwen to deal. Up top, ball called, and Logan Taylor stays patient.
Looks like Everidge is feeling a little adventurous with his secondary lead at first base.
Next pitch low in the dirt, ball 2. The 2-1. Popped up foul out of play. We were talking with Kevin Hannon on Tuesday, and something that stuck out to me was he said you've almost got to forget about what's happened beforehand and focus on each inning from here on. Learn something each inning. Whether it be, good or bad, you got to take a positive away from it. Next pitch, again, popped up foul. We've got a duel here between Logan Taylor and Caleb McEwen.
Baseball's interesting like that. The saying is that those who don't learn history are doomed to repeat it, but sometimes history is your biggest enemy in a game like baseball because it is so easy, instead of learning from it, just get down on yourself when you have a bad game. Oh, and he swings at a wild pitch that gets past the catcher.
So he will go down swinging, but since it got past Albert, that will advance Everidge to 2. So now the Redskins have a runner in scoring position, and we will see Owen Jesuit into the box. First pitch from McEwen. Low. Good stop there by Albert. The 1-0. Swings and misses. Strike one. The 1-1 from McEwen. Inside, strike called. 1-2 now. An interesting moment here of the game right here. 1-2 from McEwen. Hits the dirt, gets past Albert, and that is going to advance Everidge to 3. So now one more run is not far away from crossing for the Redskins. They already lead 13-1. A 2-2 count with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Jesuit steps back in. McEwen checks the runner at 3. He kicks and deals. Up top, ball called. 3-2 now, full count. And the next pitch is a ball up top. He's going to end up walking Jesuit. So now runners on the corners for the Redskins.
Number 32 coming up to the plate. And I'm not actually sure. Do we have a name for 32? He's not on the roster. What's that? We think it may be Garen Phipps.
McEwen. Next pitch is a ball up top. 3 balls, no strikes. Phipps steps back in. Low and hits the dirt, and Phipps will take his base. Bases are loaded. We brought this up last Tuesday. Of course, Garen Phipps is the son of Mr. Craig Phipps, who does a fantastic job leading the Knox Redskin Brigade, also the pep band in basketball.
So coming up now is number 12, Carter Jordan. It looks like when he came in to catch in relief of Weber, he also stepped into the lineup in place of the designated hitter, Easton Minix.
Several Redskins we did not see on Tuesday night we're having a chance to see today, as he takes the first pitch for a ball outside. Carter Jordan, a junior on this Knox Redskin team. Next pitch is low, hits the dirt. Albert stops it, gets it back to McEwen. The bases are loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. McEwen kicks and deals. Strike called inside corner. Nice placement there. You know, those pitches right there, those are the ones that are hard to get a hold of. Right at your knee on the inside corner. Got to swing real early on that one. As the next pitch offered is low and in the dirt, making it 3-1. I think McEwen was trying to dot that corner again.
If you can paint that corner, your art will take you far, but if your brush is sloppy and falling apart, it's going to give you a lot of headaches.
And the brush was a wide stroke there, as it's ball number 4, and it will bring Colton Everidge home due to the walk. The bases are still loaded, and here comes manager Shane Lowry. We'll see what they do here. It looks like they are going to bring in Jonas McEwen here to potentially pitch and move Caleb McEwen back to first. We'll see exactly what they do here. Jonas McEwen, this will be his 12th inning pitched, at least we know of. I'm not sure if he pitched in the first game or not today. But Jonas, also a sophomore on this team. We'll get some warm-up pitches in here. It's just not been the day the Cavs had hoped for. Against their conference foe, of course, the Knox Redskins won't be in the Hoosier North Athletic Conference next year. It'll be interesting to see if they still schedule Culver for a non-conference game. Like last night we talked, the Winnemac Lady Warriors and the Knox Lady Redskins faced off for the last time. They are not on the schedule next year at all in softball and football. So Winnemac and Knox are not playing at all, which is really kind of, if you really think about it, that's crazy.
It is. It's kind of disappointing, to see the end of that
those
Highway
two
35 rivalry.
Yeah, those two schools' programs playing against each other for so long.
Yep.
But the conference shakeup is happening next year. It'll be interesting to see what happens between these two teams. I'm sure Knox and Culver games have been going on for a long time. I'm sure Harold Welter could talk about several games he's done over the years between these two programs. The one game Knox is keeping that I do know of is the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays. You know there would be an uprising if they cancel that game.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong.
You can't cancel that game. So Jonas McEwen is getting some warm-up pitches in. Number 5 will step into the batter's box.
So the line on Caleb McEwen, 42 pitches in the second inning and 27 here for a total of 69 as his brother takes the mound.
First pitch offered with the bases loaded is a ball. We also are unsure who number 5 is. He is not on the roster. Something we'll need to get with skipper Dustin Waters on about. Need to get that filled out. Need to know who these kids are.
Looks like 5 is Cameron Duff.
So you did find out.
He's listed on the JV roster. And Duff takes the walk.
So that'll bring another run across, 14-1 here. And now we'll go back to the top of the batting order and see Miles McLaughlin. We know him. 15-1's the score here in the bottom of the third. Jonas delivers. This is the third pitcher Miles has faced this afternoon. The 0-1 swung on, picked up in the infield by the shortstop, throws home, and he gets the out for out number, I believe that's 1.
Yes, it is.
Of the bottom of the third, they tagged the advancing runner coming to home out.
Oh, you know what? There was a strikeout.
So there was that strikeout, so that is out number 2. And now we'll see number 8, Xavier Boyd, step in.
Looks like Culver's making some defensive changes. Number 40, Matt Baker. Is that right, 40?
Yeah, he's going to right field.
The DH is now coming into right field. Looks like Milam, the right fielder, is now at second base.
They are going over the details right now with the head umpire of who they are subbing in and taking out. In a game like this, we're going to see several players that don't get a lot of time, especially with the Knox Redskins. We've noticed several players we don't normally see or know on the roster that are getting opportunities today, and good for them. You know, this is their opportunity to get varsity action. So Xavier Boyd will step back into the batter's box.
Looks like a second baseman has moved to shortstop as part of these changes.
Jonas's first pitch to Xavier Boyd is a called strike. Next pitch offered inside for ball one. Oh my, they throw back to Jonas McEwen. It gets past him, and that allows the runner at 3 to come home. That was Carter Jordan. So now another run crosses for the Redskins. 16-1 is the score now. Game 1 ended 15-0. It's just been a tough afternoon for Culver Cavalier Nation.
That it has, Mitch. That it has.
McEwen checks the runner at 2. He delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Next pitch inside, ducking out of the way is Xavier Boyd. It gets past Hunter Albert, and that advances both runners. Miles McLaughlin to 2. And then number 5, you say, who was number 5? Cameron Duff. So Duff's now on 3. Next pitch offered, goes foul down the left field line. Full count here for Jonas McEwen to Xavier Boyd.
Ooh,
nice
right
snag.
Back to the mound.
And Jonas gets out of the inning as he snags that great catch there on the mound. He gets a fist bump from manager Dustin Waters. He even liked that play as head coach of the Knox Redskins. But we are going to take a break and come back. Top of the 4th action is coming your way. You're listening to KVB's WKVI Sports.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Web Printing at JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing at JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue the tradition. Mitch Columbi along with Nathan Orger. We go to the top of the 4th. The Redskins in control 16-1 right now. The Cavs are up to bat. We will see the number 5, 6, and 7 hitter. Drake Zorich is up first. It's been a while since we've seen Drake up to bat.
Yeah, it has been a long day for our friends in the third base dugout. When Zorich has looked good on the field today, his only at-bat came in the first when he struck out swinging.
It also looks like there will be some changes on the infield here. Catcher for the Knox Redskins will now be number 12, Carter Jordan. And then on the mound, it looks like that's Owen Jesuit. Infield at third shows Colton Everidge.
Yep, he just came in to bat in the last inning and is sticking in.
It looks like Logan Taylor's at short.
I believe that is still number 8, Xavier Boyd at second, and Aiden Schieber at first.
And the outfield is a little tough to see from this far away.
Gofflin is still in center. I can see his number 2 out there. I think it's 32, who we think is Garen Phipps in right field after he came in to bat for Jaden Strong. And I can't see the number, but I'm going to guess that Cameron Duff may have stayed in the game in left field.
Well, here comes Drake Zorich for the Cavs. A lot of work to do. It can be done. We'll see what happens here. He digs in, Jesuit to deal. Up top, ball called. Zorich comes into today a .300 batting average. One of the better hitters on this team. Takes the next pitch for a ball 2.
Yeah, he came. I don't know how he fared in the first game. If he got any hits, as he.
Yeah, chopper to short. Logan Taylor zips it over to Aiden Schieber. He bobbled it, and that allows Zorich to get to first cleanly, so he gets a single.
But he did come into Saturday morning hitting .300 with an on-base percentage slightly better at .333, and. Kyler Weegar, who recently moved from second to short, is up to the plate now, number 16.
There he goes to take 2. They throw down to Logan Taylor, but not in time. Zorich is going to get to second easily. So now the Cavs have a runner in scoring position. It's Kyler Weegar, the second baseman, in the box. 2-0 the count. Jesuit delivers. Inside on the hands. And swinging at it was Weegar, making it 2-1 now. Next pitch popped up high, and it is going to fall in the infield, allowing him to get to first. Zorich stays at 2. The infield collapsed, trying to make the play. Jesuit turned around to make the catch, and it just fell right in front of him. So 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the 4th. This is number 55, Owen Tanner, getting a piece of it right to the second baseman and throwing it to first for the out. But that advances both runners. A great job by number 8 of the Knox Redskins, Xavier Boyd, to glove it, get it over to first for the out.
Matt Baker, previously the designated hitter, now out in right field, steps up to the plate, and he took a walk in the second.
First pitch to him is swung on and missed. 2 runners in scoring position for the Culver Cavaliers with 1 out. 0-1 the count to Baker. Jesuit deals. Swing and miss for strike 2. Next pitch up top and outside for ball. Good eye there by Baker. Jesuit. Up top, ball 2. One-two count. Jesuit deals. Swings and misses for strike 3, and that is out number 2. So now we will see a lefty, number 8, Adam Peterson step into the batter's box. First pitch outside, ball called. Peterson, a sophomore on this team. The 1-0. Outside, ball 2 now. Jesuit. Strike called that time, 2-1 now.
That one looked nice. Zorich and Uyghur not getting far on their primary leads, but getting a little more aggressive on their secondary leads at third and second. And that one's out of play to third base side.
2-2 still a count here, as Peterson will dig back in, the number 9 hitter. Swung on, foul tip, hits the dirt. Keeps it here. The 2-2 from Jesuit. Here come the runners. Swung on, and it'll be gloved by the third baseman, Colton Everidge, for out number 3, as this is the 4th inning stretch. The 4th inning stretch is sponsored in part by Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, helping continue this wonderful tradition here on KVB's WKVI. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue the tradition. This is the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 4th inning stretch.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Back at Cavalier Baseball Field, Mitch Columbia along with Nathan Orger, 16-1 the Redskins lead here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. As tonight's game is brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina. Spring is here. Get your boat serviced and ready for the summer. Godfrey Pontoons, Yamaha Wave Runners, and Kawasaki Jet Skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Slip rentals, boat storage, and self-service fuel pumps will all be available at Bass Lake. Call them at 574-842-5000. That's Culver's Portside Marina. We certainly appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this fantastic tradition. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Not been the day the Cavs had in store, but they are getting a lot of young guys opportunities, as are the Knox Redskins. So this just isn't a throwaway game here. A lot of these guys that are freshmen, sophomores, don't get much time. They are getting varsity action today.
Yep, it's going to be a tough couple of losses to get over, but you hope that once the sting has subsided, they'll recognize that they got the opportunity to get out there, and they'll have a taste for more going forward.
We're going to see Aiden Schieber step into the batter's box.
He struck out his first time to the plate last inning.
Score update from the Winamac Warriors. They are going to the top of the 7th. The Warriors lead Triton in Game 2, 4-0. They won Game 1, 5-2. So here they are going to the top of the 7th, leading 4-0.
And that's a little foul ball. Looks like it might have bounced off the plate and over towards the first base dugout.
So yeah, back in our game, 0-1 the count now to Schieber. Jonas McEwen on the mound in relief for his brother Caleb McEwen, who is in relief for Cam Whitworth. He deals Outside just got that outside portion of the plate, making it strike 2 now. Jonas delivers the 0-2. And jumping out of the way is Schieber. One, 2 now from Jonas.
Just a bit outside.
Right as he threw it, you could hear him tell Albert, my bad. It just got away from him. Colton Everidge on deck for the Redskins as the 2-2's delivered. Up top, ball 3. The full count. And he's going to end up walking Aiden Schieber. So now we see Colton Everidge come up to the plate.
In his first trip to the plate coming in for downs, he walked and eventually came around on a couple of wild pitches and another walk.
1 on, nobody out. First pitch to Everidge is a ball outside from McEwen. With this lead, and the Cavs not able to score in the bottom of the 4th or the bottom of the 5th, this game would end in 5 due to the 10-run rule. So the Cavs are going to have to do something here soon. Or this is the bottom. My goodness. Next pitch outside. Yeah, it'll be all up to the top of the 5th for the Cavs to do something here. So not allowing any runs is very, very important here if they're going to want to have a huge comeback in the top of the 5th. Next pitch up top, ball 3, 3-1 the count. So he's going to end up walking Colton Everidge, unfortunately, and Everidge will take his base. So 2 on, 1 in scoring position, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. The Redskins in control, 16-1, and now we see Logan Taylor step into the batter's box.
He's made 3 plate appearances and rounded the bases all 3 times. A walk, a single, and a hit by pitch.
Swings on the first pitch offered. Popped up foul over our heads, out of play. McEwen delivers the 0-1. Outside corner. Ball 1. And now
looks like Whitworth is coming back to the mound.
Maybe due to a pitch count, trying to keep Jonas under a certain number of pitches maybe. So Whitworth will come back on. He started the game, and now he will come on in hopes to finish. Getting some warm-up pitches here with Hunter Albert, who's been the catcher for the Cavs here in Game 2. Whitworth says he's good and ready to go. So Logan Taylor will step in with a 1-1. This is where Cam Whitworth will take over. They move Jonas McEwen back to shortstop. Whitworth, the 1-1. Strike called as he finds the zone with his first pitch since the, the first or second inning that he was taken out?
He put in 40 pitches in the first inning before coming out.
And second pitch offered is a foul down the left field line. So now 1-2 here. Checks his runner at 2. He delivers the 1-2. Breaking ball, just didn't break enough. And that evens it up at 2-2 here. Next pitch outside, ball 3, and now a full count here.
Looks like Jonas McEwen threw 25 pitches today before coming back off the mound.
Chopper to third. He will tag the runner at third. Running to third, he'll tag the base for out number 1. But Logan Taylor gets on base. So now one runner in scoring position for the Redskins. We'll see number 23, Owen Jesuit, step up and into the box. Really kind of hard to do the game without stats for the Redskins. Sure would be nice to know what these guys are hitting to share with their families and friends. As the next pitch offered from Whitworth is going to end up beaning Owen Jesuit. So Jesuit will take his base. And now the bases are loaded here. Bringing up number 32 for the Knox Redskins.
And again, we think that's Phipps.
So who we think is Garen Phipps will dig in. He swings and pops a foul out of play. We saw Phipps on Tuesday get some action. Next pitch just grazes by the head of Phipps. The 1-1 from Whitworth. Inside, ball 2. Whitworth to Phipps. 1 out, bases loaded. Bottom of the 4th. Phipps, a grounder to the second baseman. They throw over to first. They get out number 2, but that allows Colton Everidge enough time to get home, and another run crosses, making it 17-1 here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. We see number 12 for the Knox Redskins, Carter Jordan, step into the box now. So a runner on second and third for the Redskins. Both are in scoring position with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. It's been all Redskins here.
It really has. And it's 17-1. This is about as rough as that first game was.
Must be when you join me. We can blame you. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, one team's going to blame me, but the other might think I'm a good luck token, it's hard to say.
South Central loves you. First 2 pitches are strikes. The second one was fouled up out of play, so now the count is 0-2. We had Harold Welter on last night. He got to call his granddaughter Cheryl Barnes' big hit towards the end of the game. And then after that, he said, okay, I've done my job. Goodbye. The 0-2 from Whitworth swings and misses for strike 3 at out number 3. It's all up to the top of the 5th for the Cavs to get these runs on the board to bring it within 10 to go to a full 7. We'll see what happens as we take a break and come back. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Back at Cavalier Field, Mitch Columbia along with Nathan Orger. We go to the top of the fifth. 17-1, the Knox Redskins lead the Culver Cavs.
Culver's last opportunity to stay in this game for the full 7 as they come up to face number 23, Jesuit, who has been pitching very well since coming in to replace Raymond Boyd. He has thrown 33 pitches through 2 innings. Right on pace with the 35 pitches that Boyd threw in his 2 innings.
Well, he's warming up on the mound using manager Dustin Waters a little bit. You see Dustin? He crouched down there. He's still got some good knees, it looks like. Got the
Must be
athleticism.
nice. Must be nice to have good knees. So combined, as I said, through 4 innings, the 2 Knox pitchers have thrown 68 pitches, which unfortunately is one shy of how many Caleb McCune threw alone during his time on the mound. And the other 2 pitchers combined for Culver have thrown about 75, so pretty close to twice as many pitches thrown by Culver as by Knox in today's second game of this twin billing.
Well, and that might be why they wanted Jonas only to pitch a certain amount of pitches. I know they really like Caleb and Jonas McEwen, up-and-coming athletes on this baseball club for the Cavs, but at least wanted to give them some time on the mound today, as the first pitch was a foul tip. The second one is as well. 0-2 the count now. Here in the top of the fifth, it's now or never for the Cavs. They could get 6 runs or 7. That would bring it within 10 to continue this ball game. Next pitch was up top, ball called. So 1-2 the count here. Just misses. 2-2 now. Next pitch, swing, popped up high, deep to left field, over the head of the left fielder, and it looks like Jonas is going to turn for 2, so he will get a double. So Jonas McEwen starts the 5th inning off strong, just what the Cavs needed. They get a runner in scoring position, 1 at a time.
Stepping up now is number 21, Cam Whitworth, the pitcher, turned shortstop, turned pitcher again. He is struck out and made it safely on an error, and then had himself a stolen base.
Chopper to third. Colton Everidge gets in front of it, a little bobbled, throws over to first, not in time. That allows Jonas McEwen to get to third, so now a run is 90 feet away for the Cavs, and runners on the corners for them, trying to make something happen. They want to play a little bit for respect here, fighting for everything they can.
Hunter Albert steps up. He's singled in the first and then struck out swinging in the third. And Knox isn't even going to worry about Cam Whitworth as he takes second base.
Next pitch, swung on, popped up high to right field. It's caught for out number 3. Jonas McEwen tags up. He's coming home. And he is tagged for out number 2 as he comes home trying to make a play at home plate. So now 2 quick outs And the Redskins are 1 out away from making this a 2-win day for them here in Culver, this Hoosier North Athletic Conference battle. Next pitch offered, popped up, foul out of play. It's number 25, Caleb McEwen. Next pitch, ball 1. One, outside, 2-1 now. Next offering, inside on the hands of Caleb. He swings on it. Foul tip again, 2-2 here. The 2-2 from Owen Jesuit. Chopper to Logan Taylor at short. Throws over to first. It's not in time. That brings a run across for the Cavs. That's Cam Whitworth. So an RBI single for Caleb McEwen. 17-2 now's the score. And we see the number 5 hitter, Drake Zorich, step up and into the box.
Zorich has struck out and reached on an error today. And there goes the runner to second, and they're not even going to bother with number 25, Caleb McEwen.
So another runner in scoring position here for the Cavs. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. They played the away team in this second game. That's why they are batting at the top of each inning. The next pitch was outside for a ball. Jesuit kicks and deals. Swung on, foul ball down the left field line. Just got away from the Cavs. They started off so strong, getting that run across in the top of the first, and then since then the Redskins they've just had their way at the plate, swinging the bats well today. Next pitch, swung on and missed by Zorich. That's strike 2. 2-2 the count here, as Jesuit is trying to get this win for Raymond Boyd. The 2-2. Swings and misses, and he does just that, as the Redskins will win this game. 17-2 is the final, as it ends in 5 innings due to the 10-run rule. Man, what a win it was for the Knox Redskins. They get their first 2 wins of the season. They were hungry for it. They came in, they got the first one this morning against the Cavs, and now they got the second one. So they've got to be feeling pretty good. 2 wins in the win column and also in the conference column. So congratulations to the Knox Redskins as they win 17-2 here in 5. As we are going to take a break, we invite you to stay tuned. We will have the Stark County Co-op play of the game, as well as the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. That's in the Collins Insurance postgame show. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
17-2 is the final, as the Knox Redskins beat the Culver Cavaliers in both games today. 15-0 in game 1, and then in game 2, where we broadcast, they won 17-2, and you see them high-fiving each other down the right field line. Very happy right now. getting those 2 wins, first 2 of the season. They've been hungry for it. But overall, Nathan, it just was tough for the Cavs. They were without their seniors, which, that is a big deal. When you're without your seniors, your leadership, you've got to have young guys step up in key moments. It just didn't happen today.
No, it didn't. And the game got started. You thought that maybe Culver had wiped the memory of that first game, the doubleheader, and unfortunately, it didn't take too long for them to fall apart. When you have that many, as I've harped on all game, when you've had that many hit by pitches, it is really, really tough to keep whatever good vibes you've started the game with. Your pitcher's going to get into a mental rut. It's going to affect the whole team. You really, really hate to see the game go like that when some of these younger kids are getting the chance to play. But they did get that chance. They got to feel what it's like to be out on the field in the varsity game, and you hope that they learn something from it after they've wiped the dust off their pants.
Well, we'll see if we get a chance to talk with head coach of the Knox Redskins, Dustin Waters. Of course, I always offer the opportunity for our coaches to come talk with us about their game, whether they win or lose. So we hope we get a chance to talk with head coach Dustin Waters. It means a lot for these Redskins and their families. Of course, first two wins of the season. You got to be positive moving forward. Looks like they had a really nice group chat there down the right field line. But you see the Cavs right now just kind of going over some things. I don't think you can be you can be disappointed if you're the Culver Cavs today, but I don't think you need to feel defeated by any means.
You got to think about it in the context of, as we've discussed, not having a lot of their seniors to lead them. A loss is a loss. 2 in the same day, it stings, but it was, as I've said, it was a chance to experience playing this higher caliber of player. And the thing is that as these kids mature over the next couple of years, especially the freshmen and sophomores, they are going to get to that caliber, and but they need to be able to be prepared to face ball players from other teams who are of that junior and senior caliber. And so, honestly, an opportunity like this, it hurts in the immediate time, but long term, it might be a benefit to them just to have gotten that taste younger than they might otherwise have, and to, as every day they go to practice, and every JV game they play, and anytime they get an at bat or a chance on the field in a varsity game, to think about the higher level of play they're facing compared to what they're used to when they were playing youth league, middle school ball, JV ball.
Well, we'll see if the Cavs and the Redskins schedule a non-conference game next year. If they don't, this could be the last time these two teams face each other. My goodness, the history between Culver and Knox is a long, long time. So that's why we were here for this one. Those two teams.
You really hate to think that rivalry would end, especially on such a disappointing note for Culver.
Yeah.
We can hope that the Battle of Bass Lake can continue after this year.
I like that. Well, this is the Collins Insurance post-game show, as they are part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. We're going to take a break and come back. The Stark County Co-op Play of the Game is up next.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
17-2 is the final as the Knox Redskins beat the Culver Cavaliers in Game 2 of their doubleheader. We're talking our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. I think you and I are thinking the same one here, Nathan.
So, yes, Mitch, I think we're going to go with the triple that Miles McLaughlin took to left center in his third plate appearance of the game. The kid just showed his athletic prowess all day, but honestly, Knox put the ball into play, but with better Culver defense, this game might have been closer than it was. There were quite a few errors, quite a few hits that could have debatably been errors or singles, but McLaughlin had a double, and then he had that triple, and that triple is one of those hits in the game that really was just a clean hit, well-hit ball. The kid...
It was all the way to the warning track.
He put the wheels on that, and so I think... that triple that McLaughlin had, I believe it was his second inning at bat. I think we're going to go with that for the play of the game.
Well, what was his stat lineup all around? He had a really good afternoon.
So in this second game, he reached on a hit by pitch, a double, a triple, and a fielder's choice. Yeah. And in 3 of those 4 appearances, he made it all the way around the diamond.
That's a very, very good athlete for the Knox Redskins, as we congratulate him on making the play that is named our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Well, we're going to take a break and come back for the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. This is the Collins Insurance Post-Game Show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Mitch?
Hey, appreciate you, John. As we thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain agronomy, seed fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Finally, today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5-Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5-Star.
In the Knox Mall.
Well, it is time for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson St. Pierre High School, who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owner serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Your Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game.
You know, Mitch, you look at this scorebook, and there are several players on this team, this Knox Redskins team, who could qualify for that today. And we just talked about Miles McLaughlin's line, 4 plate appearances, but I think we've given him that play of the game. I think I'm actually going to go with starting pitcher Raymond Boyd. He was only in for 2 innings, but in those 2 innings, he only threw 35 pitches, held them to a single run, helped himself out at the plate, scoring in both of his plate appearances. It could have gone either way. Miles is a really close runner-up, but I think we're going to give it to Raymond Boyd today.
Got the job done on the mound.
Sure did.
Congratulations to Raymond Boyd for being named our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. We also had an update from Al Breinvogel. He can't chat on the phone. He's on the way home right now, but the Warriors did end up winning. The Winamac Warriors did win both games today in their doubleheader against Triton. In Game 1, they won 5-2, and then in the second game, they won 4-0. Al said pretty good weekend for the Warriors. He also said the defense played great all day, and he said, I pitched a good second game, so looks like they're doing pretty good so far this season. So thank you, Al, for that update, as KVB Sports will be back in action Tuesday night to see the historic county cross-county rivalry between the Knox Lady Redskins and the North Judson San Pierre Lady Blue Jays. We will be going live at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us each weekend throughout the school year for the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and WKVI.com. If you missed today's Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Central. Follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you this afternoon, Nathan.
Well, any day's a good day for baseball, and it was great to be part of this game. You just really hope that the Cavaliers, they sulk as anyone would in this situation, but then they get over it and they get ready for the next game, get their seniors back, and just chalk this up to the youth and inexperience. A lot of the guys who were in the lineup today. And as for Knox, you know what? They finally got their first win on the game, followed immediately by their second win on the game, and you hope to see that they pick up that momentum from today's victories and make a more competitive effort for the rest of the season.
Well, it was tough game for your second one. This is 2 games in a row. You've witnessed some tough ones to watch. It's almost harder to broadcast games like this than close-knit games, so I sure do appreciate you being here this afternoon.
It is always my pleasure, Mr. Mitch.
Well, our final in this one, the Knox Redskins beat the Culver Cavs in Game 1, 15-0, and then in our game we broadcast, they beat the Cavs 17-2. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Baseball. For our sports analyst, Nathan Orger, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Baseball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.